Jeremiah Cook, I'm a massage therapist, and I got another tip for you today, especially if you're not able to get into your massage therapist for a while, and especially with what's going on in the world today. It's about rolling. A lot of people roll. There's all kinds of videos probably on it. Mine's going to be fairly quick and straightforward and easy. It's a good way to help relax your legs and work those tight muscles, especially if you're having cramps or things like that. You can also use it on your back. There's all kinds of rollers out there, everything from things like rolling pins, which is a little intense, to some softer ones like this one, which is more like a car tire, softer material, which is great for people that are sensitive, like me. And then there's also like closed cell foam. This one's a little softer, but there's also some harder ones out there. So depending on where your level of comfort is, you can get different ones that'll meet your needs. I got this one on Amazon. It was fairly affordable. But again, there's all kinds of different types. Now when you roll, which I'm going to show you here in just a second, you use this on your legs and stuff. So let's go to the floor and I'll show you. Alright, so we're talking about rolling the IT band, which is that band that runs from the knee to the hip. Often it can be really sore, especially in runners and walkers. So the way to work it is with a roller of your choice. Put that down. You're going to use your forearm, hold you up, and then that way you can lift your body up off the roller. So if it's too intense, you can start a little bit slower and softer, not so much pressure, and work your way into it over time. And then if you get to be good, you don't need any, you can just hang out all the way there. So just run all the way up. Woo-hoo, yeah, you'll feel it. Up and down the IT band, and that should help work it out. And that'll also help with the knees and your hips. Alright. Now we're talking about quads, which is those large muscles on the front of your legs. There's 4 of them, hence quad. The roller goes down on the ground the same way, and then you roll from here down. You can also go back and forth if you like. Excuse me there. Back and forth like this. If you have nerve impingement issues, like you're getting some nervy pain in the quad, they recommend that you roll just down. So with that, what you do is you would come up, you'd roll forward, and then come back without laying on it, and then do that again several times. And that will really help with the nerve impingement issues that you might be having, whether they come from the sciatic nerve or from the front of your calf. I'm sorry, not your calf, your quad. Alright, so now we're talking about the piriformis or the glutes, which is this wonderful muscle back here. Okay? So if you're going to roll that, say I'm rolling this side, I'm going to put this leg out straight, and I'm going to cross my leg just like that. By doing that, I open up the hip, which allows that piriformis muscle to come right onto the roller. And then I can go back and forth. Okay? Again, you want to find a roller that's going to be comfortable for you. Not one too hard, not too soft. And just work this. You can also do the same technique with a tennis ball, or a lacrosse ball, or some ball that would be comfortable for you to work with and work in that area. Just be careful not to be too pointed, because that could have some longer term effects that wouldn't be comfortable. So again, just work that, and I highly recommend you work both sides. Even if one side is the one that's bothering you the most, just put a little extra effort on that side and cross over to the other. By the way, this is a great thing to do while you're watching TV. Sit on the floor, using your time, so efficient. Alright. Alright, so if you want to roll your back, which is the funnest one of all, it's great. You can do it 2 ways. First way, put this down so it lines with your back, and you hop up there. Oh, yeah. And then you go like this, up and down. If you have an area that feels like it needs a little more work, oh yeah, just kind of work in there like that. Oh, good pop. Sorry. Highly loud though. There you go. Now another way to do this, it's a different approach, would take the roller, and I might take out this snazzy middle I have here, put that on the ground, and I'll line it so it's parallel with my spine. Okay? And then I can lay across it carefully and allow my spine to open up. And then it just kind of stretches out. It will also help stretch out your pecs or your chest. And it's a good way to do it. So, there you go. So, let's look at the lower legs. It's called the anterior tibialis. It's the front, otherwise known as the shin of this part of the leg. It can be a little sensitive to be rolled. But if you're like a regular runner, or you're doing a lot of ladder work, say you decided on this break, I'm going to paint, and you're up and down on the ladder a lot, this could be something that could help out a lot. So, again, put the roller down, put your shin, start kind of the top, just below the knee, right there, and then come up and down. And again, you are in control, so use the pressure that works well for you. I would start slow, work into it. If you want a little bit more, then, push down a little harder. But I wouldn't go gung-ho, Try it for a couple days. I think the secret to this particular method, rolling in general, is to be consistent. I was told that it takes about 3 to 5 days for it to really have the effect that you want. Because I remember when I first started, oh my goodness, I tried it for 2 days and I said, who would do this? They're crazy. But after walking around like a bull-legged cowboy for a couple days, I felt so much better. So it's something that I've incorporated into my regular workout. And again, where I recommend you do both sides, even if one hurts more than the other, just put a little extra focus in there. Alright, so now we're talking the gastrocnemius, or the large calf muscle. I find this the hardest one to work personally. I once had a client that said they used the 45-pound steel bell bar that you do for weightlifting to roll out their calves. I was like, whoo, talk about intense. But anyway, so I don't recommend that out of the gate, but here's what you do. If you have the roller, you put your leg on it here. And if this may be enough pressure for you, so try that out. And you can kind of focus it in. You can also do this with a tennis ball or a lacrosse ball or some other comfy ball like that would allow you to target some of the areas. Again, I would go slow, don't overdo it. Because the calf muscle is one of those that builds. As you start from the bottom and go up, it will build, and you'll definitely feel it more at the top than you will at the bottom. Okay? Now, if you feel like, hey, that's good, but that's not enough weight, here's what you do. You cross your legs, and then you lift up on both your arms, and then you will feel the difference. And that'll put a little bit more weight on it. Again, kind of work around the whole entire muscle, up and down. Okay? And then if you want to do the other leg, which I highly recommend, you do the same thing. Okay? So, you know what? You get an extra added benefit with this one. Kind of working out your arms a little bit too. It's good for you. Alright. Okay. So we talked about rolling back, but let's also talk about your shoulders. Sometimes the shoulders need to be rolled out a little bit as well. I definitely prefer using a ball generally against the wall or the floor for that technique, but you can use the roller for that. And it can be quite effective because it's a little bit broader stroke. Of course, the best is always coming at a massage, but the world doesn't always allow us to do that. So you take your roller, and in this case you'd put your shoulder right on top, what they call the deltoid area, okay? And you just roll up and down. You can even do a little back and forth. Oh yeah, that definitely does work a little bit different area. So, and you can do that up and down, okay? This will allow the area to be worked out. And then when you do the roll onto the back like you did the back, you can do that for the back side. The front side's a little trickier. It's not my most favorite again. I actually prefer to use the ball in this situation. But you can get down and you can go kind of back and forth holding yourself off of it. And you can kind of dig into those spots, move around a little bit, and get that to work out until you can get into your massage therapist. Alright? Hopefully those are helpful. You take care. Be well, be safe. Alright. Alright? Get all the wiggles out. I am so... What are you doing? Come here. Come here, buddy. Come here. That's right. That's right. We got one more rolling thing, though. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. That's it to go.
He loves when you roll your back. He always is like, wait, someone's rolling themselves. Let me get in there.
I could be right there. Oh, yes, let me practice rolling my back. Oh, that's so good. Oh, yes. Da, da, da. Oh, does your back feel so much better? Say, yes. Yes, I know. It feels good. You want a massage, too?